Welcome to a new topic, file operations in PHP. What is actually a file? File contains some data which is stored on your local computer. Now if you want to process a file in PHP, we have some set of functions that allows us to manipulate with the data that is stored in the file. So in order to read the contents of a file into the PHP, there are three distinct steps that needs to be followed. First, we open a file and assign it to a file handle, interact with the file using that file handle and extract its contents into a PHP variable. Later on, perform the required operations and close the file. So here is an example where we are creating a file that is used for reading purpose. Now I have created a file handle that is equal to fopen. Fopen is a function that is used to open the file, and followed is the name of the file. It can be also a variable that stores the path to the file and the mode in which the file is opened, whether it is a read mode, write mode or append mode. If you fail to open the file because of many reasons, such as the required file is not found, the path that you have given in locating the file is wrong, then it can throw an error saying that could not open the file. So the die statement is used to handle an error in case the file is not opened for the specified purpose. If the file is successfully opened, then a file handle is created which allows you to interact with the file. It is something like a pointer to the file. Using this pointer only we can perform various operations in the file. Then if you want to read the contents from the file, we use the fread function, which will take the file handle, which is a representative of the file. Next, file size, it is going to give you the total number of bytes of the particular file, and that many number of bytes will be read from the file and stored into a data variable. Now this data variable can be printed onto the browser using the echo statement. After the operations are done with the file, you are closing the file using the fclose function. So here is an explanation of what is being explained to you in the previous program. So here the PHP needs a file handle to read the data from the file. A file handle can be created with the help of fopen function, which accepts two parameters. One is the name and the path to the file, and the string indicating the mode in which the file is to be opened. So there are three different modes through which we can use the fopen function. R, which specifies that the file is opened for reading purpose. W means the file is opened for writing purpose, but whatever contents are present in the file already are destroyed and it is replaced with the new contents. Append mode, it is opening the file in the append mode, telling you that we can add the contents to the existing file, so the previous contents are not deleted. So also we can close the file using the fclose function, and we have a file size function which is used to return the size of the file in bytes, telling you that this many number of bytes are going to be read from the file. Another way of reading the file data is by using the file method or file underscore get underscore contents. So both these methods avoid using the fopen function. So the file function reads the entire file into an array with one line of code. Each line of an array, so each line of the file will be stored into one element in the array. That is, each element of an array then contains one line from the file. So if you are having a file containing some 5 lines, each line will be stored in one array element. Then to display the contents of the file, we can use a for each statement that is used to iterate over the array and display the contents of each element. Also, you can use file underscore get underscore contents function, which is being added in PHP 4.3.0 version or 5.0 version, which reads the entire file into a string. So whereas the file function reads line by line from the file and stores it into an array, whereas file underscore get underscore contents will read the entire file and store it into a string variable. So here is an example. We are creating one file called as omelette.txt. If the file is not open, then it throws an error, could not read the file. Then using the file function, we are reading the entire content from the file. So maybe using the file function, we are reading line by line text from the file and storing it into each array element. Then using the for each loop, we are iterating over the elements of the array to print the contents of the file. So here file underscore get underscore contents method, what it does, it reads the entire data from the file and stores it into a string variable, and the string variable can be displayed as it is. This is all not needed for you. Next, how do we write to a file? So moreover, there are 3 steps involved in writing the data to a file. First one is you are opening the file and obtaining the file handle, and later on we are using the file handle to write the data to the file, and we are closing the file handle. So here, whenever we are opening the file for writing purpose, the access mode should be W, and instead of using the fread function, now we are using the fwrite function. Okay. So what is that fwrite function? Taking the data that you want to write into the file is always passed as an argument to the fwrite function, and where is this content going to be written into which file, that file's handle must be provided. So we say fwrite of $fh is nothing but the file handle, that is a pointer to the file. Then we are writing that contents to that particular file, and moreover the file should be opened in the writing mode, only then we can write the contents to the file. Also we can use file underscore put underscore contents, which is reverse of file underscore get underscore contents. It is normally taking a string and writes it into a file in a single line of code. Okay, so file underscore put underscore contents avoids using the fopen function. We are taking the file name and simply writing that contents to that file. Next we have some miscellaneous functions like file underscore exist function. So before we are opening the file for reading purpose or writing purpose, we are testing whether the file exists or not. Okay, so this will burden the programmer. It will less burden the programmer that whether the file is opened or not. Those actions the programmer need not perform initially. So first he will test whether the file underscore exist function returns a true value if the required file exists. If it is not exist, then he did not perform any type of operations. So there are different methods that are used to check the status of the file as well. Is the file a directory? And all these functions will return the boolean values. Okay, is underscore file, is underscore link, is underscore executable, is underscore readable, is underscore writable. All these return the boolean values indicating whether the required file is a directory or whether it is a regular file or whether it is an executable file, whether it is a readable file or a writable file. Next we have file size, which is going to give you the size of the file in bytes. So remaining type, if you want to know the type of the file, whether it is an image file, whether it is a PNG file, or whether it is a DOC file or a text file, then we can use the file type method. So this is a program that is shown to you, like we are first checking whether the file exists or not, and later on performing the required operations on that particular file. So this is the output. You can see the name of the file, the size of the file in bytes. Then next, the file does not belong to a group. Then the file is not an owner. I say file owner means there is no owner for that particular file. File permissions, then you are having type of the file, then what is the last accessed time, last modified time, and whether the file is a readable file and whether it is a regular file. All that information about the file can be printed using the file operation function.